What you doing? Oh, I got some. Got no Coco making her guest appearance. Hey, Ace. Oh, I can't see. Hey, Tiff. Tiffany Danielle. Oh, that's. Hey, see, what's up? Ace been here. Let me tell you what I did yesterday. I got some vegan empanadas thingies. They're so freaking good. And that's the dog barking like an asshole. So the other day, somebody sent me a DM of Jon Theory. So I said, okay, let me tune in since y'all can keep sending me his stuff. Well, since y'all keep suggesting that I follow him and he follow me and I watch him and whatever. So I went on there and in the first 5 minutes I was all in. I was like, okay, young brother, drop that. Okay, yeah, you're saying some true things. I like this. So I asked him, could he add me to his live so that you guys could see what I was watching because I was enjoying it. And then I ended up on his live for like 3 hours. I still don't know why, but it was so much fun. And so I invited him to be your guest pastor this morning. So I'm going to bring him on. And then we're going to get church started. Now, if y'all don't know, here you go his shit. Here you go with his shit. He hit the decline button, y'all. He did. Does that count as if he banged on me? Let me see. Ain't nobody fooling with you. So let me tell you about this theory. I'm not eating cereal. I didn't feel like it. Okay, busy. Going to Coogee. What's happening? How you doing?
I'm here. I just woke up.
Okay. Where Puff?
Woke up late. Huh?
Where Puff?
Where's who? What'd you say?
Where
Did
Puff?
you started already?
Did anybody else go? No, notorious. Ain't nobody.
Oh my God! Relax.
Nope. Okay.
I wish. I need that type of money for sure.
I'm just saying. You came on. I was like, BIG, PO, PPA. No.
BPPA. You are funny.
So
Trying to get all my volumes together so people can't interrupt the live.
Okay. Well, I'm waving at everybody because I'm like I have to wave at everybody when they come on because it just makes me feel great when I do that.
Okay. All right. I'm all set.
All right. So you don't need any introduction because I have people on here told me to check your page out. But go ahead and introduce yourself anyway.
I am Jon Theory, metaphysicist, scientist, all around asshole, and I like to play with dead things. That's pretty much it.
Okay. All right. If that's how you want to go about it. So what are your spiritual beliefs?
Spiritual beliefs. I'm kind of an omniist, to be honest.
Okay.
I have a belief that all roads lead to heaven.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a believer in there only being one way or one path. I think the earth is way too diverse for there to be one set path for everybody. That wouldn't make sense. It's like everybody can't grow up to be a doctor. So why would everybody grow up to serve, God and their ancestors the same way?
So that's how I feel about the excuse me, that's how I feel about people coming in with their peace queen, hey king. I be like, half y'all niggas was farmers, seamstress, you was the chef. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, it's funny, like everybody has greatness in them, but like everybody want a king. Everybody want a queen. Because if that was the case, like how do we eat? Where'd our clothes come from? Somebody had to do something. So, yeah.
I had a conversation with an individual yesterday, and she said somebody came to her page and just made a massive donation.
Oh, wow.
And I say, sweetheart, you come from a bloodline where that's normal. I say, we're humble and we move humbly, but your existence, is predicated upon you being in a position to receive and give back. And so we all have different roles. We all have different faculties in which we can exist in greatness. And the common error that I see people make is that everybody wants to be at this high esteem. And the issue with wanting to be at a high esteem is that people are not ready for the burdens that come with being very highly esteemed.
Right.
It's not easy to be rich. It's not easy to be famous. I have some tenure in the music industry, and I can tell you, knowing people that are up there, they want to go and be able to pump gas like regular people. They want to go and eat at restaurants and not be accosted by fans. It's a hard life.
Yo, I just officially did an interview for Biggie Smalls. I feel like, yo, this shit is so fly.
So you're gonna keep playing these games? Okay, it's fine.
That was your example, being up there with come on, you start.
Hey, but that's me. It's just me. That's just me.
I can't play with you right now.
Knowing my lineage and bloodline and where my people come from, it makes sense that I do what I do, for sure. Thinking about it from that level.
Hey, son.
A chicken this?
No, I fuck with. You had one of these? Some empanadas. They was good too. Which one? I don't take the small one. I'll take the small one.
What is it?
About to be nothing. So you let the dog get it. Why you stop talking?
I was letting you do your thing.
Oh no!
I treat lives like it's just me and you. I don't ever do the appealing to everybody. I mean, they hear. I'll speak about my lineage a little bit. On my father's side,
Go ahead.
In my father's side, we were never slaves in America. We were actually granted land by King Louis, I think the 13th, and we come straight from Europe as black people. I have black European ancestry, which is weird. My father is a 32nd degree Mason and a Knights Templar, for those who know what that means. So I come from some real.
I said something to you the other night.
Speak on it. It's cool. Speak on it. On it.
It's private. That's when we were talking.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not from a regular cloth on my father's side.
It's what you just now said. You don't know?
I remember. I know what you're talking about.
No, you don't. You're trying to make you look like you remember.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about at all. Remind me, though. That's why I was like, give me a hint.
Remind you.
What does that mean?
Because I'm going to forget.
Okay, I got you.
Now go ahead. I'm sorry.
On my mother's side, we are from Mississippi. And the interesting thing about her side is my family on that side is known for curses. They're not known for any other witchcraft, any other metaphysical work. But if you need somebody out of there, that's pretty much who you would call. You would call my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and they would say a word to the individual, and that'd be it. Unbreakable. And so I kind of fit in the center of that, where I come from this long line of speakers and educators on one side and these mystery system metaphysicists on the other side. So I'm kind of the best of both worlds coalescing, I would say. I'm not saying that to be arrogant, but
how you go from Biggie to Jay-Z and the R? Come on. Okay, go ahead.
It's funny because Jay-Z is like in my top 5. I love Jay-Z so much. as an artist. But yeah, that's pretty much it on my side. I don't take much too serious. I don't think of it like this is not something I sit and think about. It's like, yes, I come from this bloodline and I'm this but it is interesting for me when I look back and just be like, dang, like yeah, my folks is with some stuff.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Knights Templar, please expound. If you go back through history, there was a war in Europe called the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition dealt with the forcible conversion into Christianity. The Spanish Inquisition birthed a group of I don't want to call them higher ups, but a secret group of great minds called the Knights Templar. The Knights Templar are responsible for your banking systems and money systems today. They have the ability to make money disappear here and reappear here. So my father being inducted into those mysteries is weird because he's broke all the time, but he's rich all the time too. And I'll be understanding how. So you be telling me you don't have no money, but then you tell me you sent 5 of your girlfriends $200 for food. I don't get it, pops. I don't get it. I don't understand it. But it's a European secret society. If you go play the video game Assassin's Creed, or just watch history of Assassin's Creed, it'll make it all make sense. My favorite quote from the Knights Templar is, "Nothing is true, but everything is permitted."
I'm so disappointed in you right now.
Why? What'd I do?
You really don't remember what I said to you the other day.
It's not okay.
And
I
you're
just
sitting
woke
here
up.
talking. You're on the topic.
I just woke up.
Okay, go ahead, Scooby Doo. Come on.
I just bought this shirt at Walmart yesterday when you called me. Great shirt. That was interesting. I was not expecting that call. The spirit was like, if you don't pick up the phone.
It is. Let me answer that one. Maybe this will jog his memory for what I told him. Cam, a black man got inducted historically because it's our history. It has nothing to do with Europeans, except for them doing the shit that they do.
Oh,
You're welcome. You still. Mm-hmm.
Now I really got to be careful before that information becomes that information. I'm not ready to be responsible for bearing that cross.
And I stopped you before you went there.
The phone kept hanging up.
Oh,
That makes sense. Yo, that's a weird connected thread. But before we harp too much on things that we will not speak about publicly, I do want to say, hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Hope y'all are doing well. Don't forget to hydrate. This is my breakfast, tobacco and water.
I had tobacco and water this morning too. The ankh and this thing.
In the Celtic.
They're African symbols. Ankh is actually our sign that they made the cross, but is our symbol for love.
Mm-hmm. The union between the masculine and feminine. You're
The Celtics, who play on their team?
Jason Tatum.
They're out there in Boston.
Kimball Walker, Enos Cancer.
All of them people my son just said, that's what's up with the Celtic symbols. How they doing this season?
They do. They want the best team in the
All right, well then that symbol is African too.
Historically, when we were migrating across the world at extreme speeds in boats that people don't understand, when we would touch these cultures, we would come off almost glowing in a way. We had amassed so much energy and so much knowledge that our physical form was that of a glow. You ever seen a black person walk down the street and the face say, "Oh, she glowing"? Mm-hmm. You notice you don't really hear nobody say that in other cultures. That's not really a thing that you hear anywhere else.
Mm-hmm. Bakam, hit me up, Bakam. I'll tell you later.
And so, when we would go to these foreign places and those people would see us, they would immediately deify us because we were like nothing we never saw before. And so they would make are holy symbols, they're holy symbols. The stories that you hear, even in the Nordic, about Thor, Odin, Tyr, Freya, those are all real people that migrated from Africa.
Amen. Sorry, hold on. So, gotta tell y'all happy Sunday. I hope you get out to the sun today, do some sun worship, some sun manifestation. Salute Amen Ra when you are done or prior to, because that is the Father that lights the sky. It's also a good day to start your week, like you know how the European calendar goes. Ogun is being honored today. Ogun clears the way. Ogun chops down all our obstacles that may be blocking us from getting to a successful place. The Cash App is always open. Ogun's number is 21. So if you would like to send a donation of $21 a day to put offerings on the shrine for Ogun, my Cash App is $ Congo Princess, $ KONGO Princess. You welcome. If y'all was on the joint live the other night, y'all know what that means. I know, Cam. I'm like, don't nobody got a napkin? I sat there without a napkin. I can't get up. So that's that. Sunday is like a new moon. That's why when that girl was talking about new moons and movies in the spot, I was like, bitch, it's a new moon every day. Can you give me a piece of tissue? I don't even care if it's total tissue at this point. I'm just sitting here just greasy. Thank you. All right, Kush, you in there, Kush. Oh, is that Chelsea?
Nah, believe it or not, this is a road opener.
Oh, okay, I'm just saying. I'm like, okay. That's blue and yellow is Ochosi. I was about to start singing. Ochosi, Ailoda, Alamalade, Yambeleke, Yodo, Ode Mata, Colona, Ode Mata, Colona. Yo, that's one of my other favorite people to dance for.
Ochosi?
Yes. Ochosi.
I got a homie that's Ochosi. He is a beautiful human being.
They normally are, and they're so rare. They're rare more than Babalu and Oya kids and Eshu kids.
Yeah, Ochosi sit at the back of the palace. He don't want nothing to do with y'all. Ochosi said, "I did my job, fam. I don't need too many people representing me. They gonna know who I am."
Oh yeah, Melissa's not here. Where's Melissa? Thank you, Cam. Melissa's not here yet. But yeah, so my Cash App. Hey Daryl, can you post my Cash App? Somebody $ KONGO PRINCESS Congo Princess. Thank you. And that will get you donation. That your donation will get you offerings put to the shrine for Ogun and Ochosi and Orisha Oko today on this day.
Oh, I need that Orisha Oko for sure.
If I do anything else, you will be a part of that too, because you have sent in your donation and whatever I'm doing for the rest of the day, you will be a part of. If you are new to me, you know that you don't know that I have a monthly ritual that I do, and that donation is $55 per month. You just send $55 to $ Congo Princess on Cash App, and you'll be a part of my monthly ritual. Sometimes I do all of the work. Sometimes you may have to do a little bit of it, but I don't know that till the month comes. Then we do that. To book a reading with me, email me at congoprincess@gmail.com. Thank you, Redemption. You are the bomb. Thank you, Daryl. Thank you, Cam. My people coming through because they know how I do. If Melissa don't do it, it don't get done. So thank you all for supporting me in my shenanigans with that. Go ahead, Mr. Road Opener. That is what you said. It's on the candle.
It's an outbreak Camino for sure. The thing about it, the reason I use this one and not
wait. Ogun just blessed us. That's quick. That quick. Ogun lakaye, Ogun ye, Ogun moye. All right, sorry. Go ahead. Be calling me, man. Be calling me.
So it's it's white at the bottom, and that's what caught me the first time I got it. I was like, I've never seen a road opener with this color, and Spirit came to me, was like, yeah, it represents this individual. And I was like, what? And they're like, yeah, these two other colors represent women that he's associated with. And I was like, what? And they was like, yeah, grab that candle because you need all of them. You out there. I was like, okay, great. Let me just. You mentioned Orisha Oko. Orisha Oko is, and I don't want to. I'm saying it like this so it's understandable for regular people. Orisha Oko is definitely like top 2 Orishas for me. Definitely top 2. The stories of Orisha Oko have changed to be very much G-rated. He is not a G-rated Orisha at all. But his the interesting thing about Orisha Oko is his benevolence.
Yes, he does all that hard work on the field.
On the field, sowing the seed.
Sowing the seed. Want to do it? Church say amen, right?
I am in my Odu. It says.
So Divine Melvin, when he said regular, I said, "Oh, he just called y'all subliminal monks." I swear.
You gotta stop.
It's church. This is church. I'm
much more because of my Odu. I'm much more in the energy of Orisha Oko and Shango than any other Orishas, even though they're not my governing head. So it's funny. Like I'll be thinking, like, yo, why I be tripping on?
Keep talking.
Receiving. I get distracted.
Look, but y'all regular. He can't even keep talking while I say hi. But y'all common.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that with that verbiage. That is a disambiguation of my words.
Oh, now he gonna use big words to make y'all feel even lower.
Don't do that. Oko is Ochosi? No.
No, two different people.
Technically, Oko is a. Do I share that mystery? I don't. I don't. But Oko is.
Kelly said you called them muggles.
I didn't do that. Stop. I'm not that guy. Don't paint me to be that guy. I'm not that guy.
What y'all think?
I'm not that guy at all. I love everybody. And if for people who are on my lives often, I often say that I'm the least common denominator here. So I wasn't born with a womb or a uterus, so I'm already lacking in 3/4 of the power that all women carry, in my opinion.
So, little sidebar, just in case y'all didn't know, ladies, women, stop feeling inferior to these men and all this stuff, because remember, it's never a competition of who was this and who was that, who's equal and burning your bras and trying to be like them. You can never be equal to something that you give birth to. Leave it alone.
Somebody asked, what's the difference between Ochosi and Oko? That's actually a really good question.
Well, Bruno Kanye was giving him something too, so he gonna keep typing and you keep going.
Ochosi, to make it really plain for people, Ochosi's kind of like a hitman. Ochosi's kind of, he sits in the energy where he go and get it done and he bring it back. That's Ochosi.
Sunshine on your back.
Sunshine is always on my back. If I wasn't in here drinking water, Sunshine would be like, why are you not eating, drinking healthy? Where's your salad? Be like, Sunshine, I'm not going to be 100% on anything. But Orisha Oko deals specifically with
attention deficit written over it.
Ochosi. Oh, not Ochosi. Ochosi is the pathfinder, the hunter. Ochosi is also a tactician in a way, whereas he sees things very, very far out, and he comes up with a methodology or a plan to trap and kill his target.
Daryl, I was trying to be a little serious today at church, just a little bit, and I thought I was going to be able to Laws, but he's not. So if he stays serious, I can keep playing. So y'all listen to him and pay me no mind.
The balance of energy here. I want to be fun too. But Orisha Oko is an agriculturalist. Orisha Oko is also the deity of scarecrows. He is also a fertility guy, which a lot of people kind of miss that with him, but he's very good for fertility. A common thing you don't see mentioned with Orisha Oko is a very powerful sorcerer.
Common probably got a very common.
He's a very powerful sorcerer. He's with toe-to-toe with the Ajay and been successful on more than one occasion. So he's very, very good for the deflection or the removal of witchcrafts. In my brain, it's like if you have Ochosi, you should definitely have made a scarecrow of yourself. So when people throw work at you, it'll be directed to that scarecrow as opposed to hitting you.
Y'all forgot how to do that? Remember in kindergarten and first grade, lay on the floor with the big roll of brown paper bag. I hope I'm not telling my age. I hope everybody knows what I'm talking about. They roll out on the floor. You lay on it. Somebody trace your body out. And then they get polyfill and stuff it. Before they get the polyfill, then you can cut it, color it, and all this good stuff. And they staple it all around. And you leave some space to stuff the polyfill in there. And then it'd be like a paper U. You're welcome.
Oko from Lukumi. Oko is actually, he's in Lukumi, but he's an original Orisha. He's not a, he's an old force. Means spear. Means penis. Oko means penis. Well, but okay, when you think about the Yoruba language, one word can mean 18 different things, and all of those things have some type of correlation, right? So Oko can mean penis, Oko can mean plow, Oko can mean spear, Oko can mean shovel.
No.
Because they all
Oko definitely means phallus.
But they all relate.
In theory, you was right.
Yeah, they all relate. The same thing with like Oshun. Oshun can be used to mean darkness. Oshun can be used to mean blood. Oshun can be used to reference the menstrual cycle, depending on the tonality and the context of where the word is used. So it's one of those. Yoruba language is a very poetic language, and it's a double language, a language where you'll say one sentence and it means 3 or 4 different things. His item is the spirit, correct?
Oh yeah, close my heart so come back. Thank you, Daryl.
Which brings me to a thought about a very.
Stop stopping.
I'm having to think too. Can my brain work?
Okay, the brown paper bag. I know. I went Michael's, Hobby Lobby.
The corner store?
A whole bunch of them. Just go Dollar Tree, get a whole bunch of bags and tape them together. But no, a arts and crafts store should have it. On my end, it says 21 people over here, so I would like to again salute Ogun. Because it is his day. He is clearing the path. He is clearing away all obstacles. He's slicing people open from the voodoo to the totem for us. Grand rising, peace, blessed sunrise. Can you finish what you were saying about Orisha Oko?
Well, I actually had a thought about a totally different Orisha. But question, do you run with the 4-day calendar or the 7-day calendar?
Both.
Okay. Beautiful.
And then I call it power days when they be the same.
Interesting.
Yep, it'd be like a double Shango day, so everybody like cabbage.
Right. Obakoso.
Cool.
My
son used to tell a story when he was little how Shango Kokabi is a child is Jesus. And she was like 4. And he was like, so come, let me tell you how this goes. And I swear to God, I went to church for like 2 months.
See, I've heard Shango being Jesus. I've heard the story of Jesus actually being Babaluaye's story.
Mm-hmm.
But in my brain, Jesus is going to be Eshu and Obatala. In my brain.
That
How is it biased? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What are you talking? I don't know what you mean.
Hey, is that
They're
because
both
that's okay? Come on,
they're both crossroads deities. They're both crossroads people. If people don't attribute the crossroads to Obatala, but they're both crossroads deities.
I'm gonna go with my son. I'm gonna go with Shango Obadina's interpretation of that.
Now, the one that is on Earth, the Jesus that manifested on Earth in a literal fashion, definitely I could see being Shango. But we got to get to the point where we understand that there's more than one Jesus.
Somebody like your shirt.
Thank you. Thank you. My shirt is awesome. This was like $8 at Walmart. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the most expensive of the cheapest shit. You know what I mean?
I go on and on and on and don't take me to the crib and listen to the
I cannot.
Thank you, Daryl.
An Orisha you don't really hear about a lot that definitely deals with the agriculture circle of Orishas is Okoro, who you never hear about, right? The only time you really hear about Okoro is if you're receiving Ochosi from Ifa.
Again,
But
only 2 people on Earth got Ochosi.
Really?
That's how rare it is. That was my point.
Only 2 people. I know one in Florida. He's oh my God.
I didn't check my Cash App and I don't have notifications. So whenever you guys send me a donation to do work, and if I haven't spoken to you, like you send it like in the middle of the day and then whatever, like I don't be knowing until like a day later because I don't keep any notifications on my phone. So when I would be replying the next day, it's not because I was ignoring you, it's because I just seen it. I just saw it. So sorry about that. But thank you. I will check it.
I know it's funny because I only know 2 people that are Chelsea. After you say it, I'm trying to think, and it's like, dang it, I really only know 2 of them. One writes books, and his name is I can't think of his name. He writes books on Ifa divination, and a lot of people don't like him. And the other one I know personally, he's from Florida. Nah, because he was giving up too much game. They didn't curse him. He can't even talk no more.
Wow.
Oh, you kept hearing Okoro? Okoro is kind of like Eshu, but he carried Ogun got in a bit of a pinch one day. He got trapped up in some vines and some what's the word I'm looking for? Some nature, some foliage, and he didn't have his machetes. And so Okoro took all of Ogun and Orisha Oko's tools and freed him from the confines of the forest. Ogun seemed to always be getting his scraps with Osayin, and so that's where that comes. There's a lot of interesting stories about their fights. People think the Shango Ogun fight is legendary. No, that Shango, that Osayin and Ogun, them stories be sounding like movies to me.
Have you ever seen The Gods Are Crazy?
No.
Yo, this shit. This is the dumbest movie ever. All right, keep talking while I look for you. This shit.
I remember my godfather was telling me the story about Osayin and Ogun going to war, and Osayin is dodging between trees, throwing witchcraft and magic at Ogun, and he's brushing it off, and he hits Ogun in the eyes, and Ogun goes blind, and he gets bound by chains. And Ogun gets so pissed that he sits and he channels and he flexes and he breaks all of the chains off his body, and Orunmila had to come down to stop the fight. That's how serious it got.
Right
God are crazy. Oh, that looks bomb.
Okay, see the big joint at the top? You see the big one at the top, the big lady at the top?
Yeah.
Yo, she was beating somebody up. Yo, that shit had me in tears for years.
You say blue is Ogun's true color?
Mm-hmm. That's what they say. That's what they say.
What does true color mean?
So the other day you talked about the color theory or number theory, something you were saying with the Orisha, but
right.
With them saying like Shango colors is red and white, Ogun color is not really the green, it's blue.
See, I always heard red.
Overseas, like when y'all come with the green, they be like, oh, okay, that's a different shade of blue.
I've seen blue in the Shay. I've seen blue in Condomblé as well. I know, and even though we're not talking about this system synchronistically, going into voodoo,
I got some.
going into voodoo,
My lips.
there is blue associations. And I could see it where blue blood would make sense. You know, that's the color. The blue.
Color it is.
Yeah.
Until
it's oxidized. Right. And the oxidation is the red, and it's like rust. So it makes sense. I could dig it. Yeah, I've definitely talked to some people, and I've had the green and black Aleke on, and they say, "Who is that?" I was like, Ogun. They said, "We don't have Ogun like that." I've seen, believe it or not, I've seen a blue and white for Ogun once, and it was explained that the person that had that Aleke, when I was talking to them, they were saying that it was because their path of Ogun was blessed by Obatala. They had an Odu for it. This was years ago, so I don't remember all of that. But we can't think of really anything as one-dimensional in these practices. And so they do have multiple emanations that relate to multiple colors. But I could see blue because when when blood hits iron and deoxidizes, I could see that being the color. Blue flames for welding, that can make a lot of sense too. That can make a lot of sense too in the forge.
I love the baby.
Interesting.
Hey, Mel. You are, listen, but you listen. We're gonna talk about the word humble again, Ogun. Like, hey, I think that day we found out when somebody broke down humble, we don't use humble no more.
For sure.
We say modest, or we say, like I fall back, or I be chilling, or I stay in my lane. We don't say humble no more because the actual definition of humble means poor.
Means bored?
Poor.
Poor. True. That's why I try to say the word prayer, because pray means begging. I don't beg for shit.
I have words that I use because those are the words that people know. Like, people are like, are you a psychic?
Right.
I mean, like, I just like the word psychic because that's what y'all want to relate to. But when I say I'm a spiritual advisor or a medium, or I'm just your grandma sitting right there, boom, and then y'all be like, ah, and then dumb shit like that. So. Oh, gee, David, yes. Hey, Kiyomi, back on. Cause a girl feels like home and I hear something. Okay. Y'all know he can't talk while I'm reading, y'all.
I get so interested.
Cause my eyes affect what's coming out of his mouth. Red is Ogun Shango take. I heard that theory too.
Wait, whoa, where is that? What was that?
Red is Ogun.
Yeah.
Shango took it from Ogun.
Yeah, I can see that. But red could apply to them both. We got to remember that Agayu was a parent to both of them.
True. Factual. Yes. People forget that Shango and Ogun is brothers, period.
Yes. And they fight like brothers.
And that's one reason why they fight. Not because they hate each other, not because they don't like each other, because they brothers. And guess what? I got the motherfuckers under my roof. And I'm like, God damn, y'all got to argue about every fucking thing. Bitch, shut. One of them be like, why your washcloth crooked on the rack? Really? Dumb shit.
I knew in the Shay Ile I was in, I knew a Shango and Ogun that were inseparable. And the Shango gentleman was married, and he was in a more settled position than most Shangos are, and so this Ogun.
Go ahead.
You good?
Mill. I was gonna say thank you, Mill. Then I started fucking around. I forgot what I was gonna say. Thank you, Mill.
And so when the Ogun guy would have issues with women, he would call his Shango brother like, "Hey, what do I say to her to get her to come over?" So they really do pair well together when those energies are in a human form, and in fact, they defend each other's children too. Shango loves to defend Ogun children. Ogun loves to defend Shango children.
And
It's a lot of love there.
But most of them, when you go through, most of the initiated children find out that they have to, if they crown Ogun, they have to honor Shango as they would honor Ogun. If they crown Shango, like I said, they have to honor Ogun the way they would do that. So that's what we were talking about the other day when we get into Pataki and everything be like, oh, they hate each other. I'm like, okay.
That's one story.
That's one story. And like I just said, like I got 2 kids to fall in both of them. And you think, trust and believe there's some shit going on. They remember they kinfolk that time.
It's funny. Somebody said this on the other live. It's like we'll apply one story to an entire Orisha. They be like, y'all still talk about old shit? We passed it. We passed that.
New things for welding. Exactly, because that's how hot fire has to be. Like fire ain't hot when it's red. Fire is hot when it's blue. Right? If you see a welder when they banging it, it's more blue there than red.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that would make sense. And then the blood. I mean, it's some stuff just logical. Which make the Pataki sound true. Funny thing is when you guys mention Oguns, see, that's Bakam, that's because of your lineage. They were so cute, 8 years old. Can you keep hey, John? Okay, John.
It's hard because I'm here to talk to you.
We're here to speak with each other.
I remember.
Yes, Geechee, you was the one that broke down humble. Geechee was the one that broke down humble. So everybody that said poor, Geechee was the one. Geechee's my online dictionary.
I remember when we went to feed my warriors with the egg bay, and they saw my Ogun pie. They said, "Is that Ogun or is that redacted?" And I said, "No, it's Ogun. It's Ogun. I ain't trying to play with y'all because there's so much stuff in my Ogun pot that it looked like it's from something else." And so they be teasing me. I know. They be teasing me.
Ogun yay. Ogun moye. Okay. Fuck with it. And did you know, watch how you piss me off. I just said this to you the other day. All of this was in this comment, and I cannot believe, because I told you, actually, that belongs to
blank.
And that's the only one that's the same, no matter where you take them, can't break them.
True indeed.
Give my daddy get a woo woo. Give my daddy woo woo. I'm about to do that dance. Remember? Oh, never mind. So 8. So you feeling close to number 8? I'm gonna let. Hold on. What time we came on? We came on 11:15. We got like I'm gonna give it like. I came on 11:15. I'm gonna give it 5 or 6 more minutes, y'all. Then y'all know I'm gonna stop it and come back because y'all know I like to save my lives. But the number 8, I'm gonna let Lil Bonta talk about the number 8 there.
8 is restless. That is the energy of the number 8. The number 8 does not stop. Even when you write the number 8, you do not pick your pen up off of the page until the 8 is completed. We're not talking kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Mel. Thank you, Mel. We do not the circle in the circle, but the drawing of it. 8 is a representation of infinity as well. 8 is send a legitimate link.
I'm just saying, I gotta keep my people. I gotta make sure we not getting no.
8 is because I try to make it real world for people. I don't like going all off out into the ether about it. What else is 8 to me? 8 does represent Obatala. But it's when you see an 8 or you see an 888 symbol or you see when you see an 8 often deals with the energy of elevation and expansion as well. 8 is often attributed to the energy of Jupiter. And so it's about doing this, expanding, expanding, expanding. Whereas numbers like 17, it's funny because 17 is still 8, but 17 deals with restriction. 5 can also deal.
You can make it 8 that way too.
Yeah, with the 7 and the 1, which should tell you about the owners of those numbers, but we'll get there in a minute.
Well, that make you really, really smart, Cam. Born on the 8th day. Born on the 8th day, it can make you really, really smart. Sometimes too smart for your goddamn self, which would be a child of Obatala. But I'm not gonna say nothing like that outside of my head because it doesn't sound like polite. But is also could be to your detriment.
Yes.
So you gotta be careful. Remember, everything has balance. But the 8th day is that wisdom and that and wealth. Wisdom and wealth. Wisdom and wealth. So today at church, that's what we're gonna do. I pray all of us wisdom and wealth. I ask that Eshu has opened the door for a room to clear away any and all obstacles and divert them from us, so that Obatala can come down with his wisdom and his wealth and share it with all of us. If anybody got a problem this week, holler at my young boy Ochosi from 55th Street, because he got that thing, and he do like how Beanie Sigel said, the leather go clap, your head to go back. That's what you need Ochosi for. If y'all didn't know that, most definitely. While we arguing about blue, green, and all the other stuff, somebody played with you this week. After the prayers we praying right now, they gonna meet every damn color, black and blue too. So don't worry about it. So I pray y'all nothing but wealth and wisdom and protection this week. Amen. Amen. Ra. Jesus, want to do it?
Mill mentioned that 8 also means you have to use your head. That's correct. Now, speaking of birthday dates, I was actually born on the 16th. See, you do. That's why I stopped. That is why I stopped talking when you do that, because you will whisper something and I'm really trying to catch it.
Go back and watch it. I saved my lives.
I don't have that type of time. More about 17. 17 is the number that we attribute to Obaluye. Some say Babaluaye. Some say other names that I won't say. And so 17 deals with restriction. It deals with forcing you to learn a lesson, right? Because that's what restriction is for, is to teach you how to better manage without. So people always talk about the Mercury retrograde. Yo, last year Saturn hit a retrograde. Every lesson you didn't learn be right in your face. Right in your face. All your internal lessons, all your external lessons are going to be there and hold you until you learn them. There's a concept of something called a Saturn return, right? And so when Saturn returns, it is to check. It's almost to grade you. Okay, I hit you with this and left. I'm back. What did you do with it? If you do right, on the other side of a Saturn return, everything is beautiful. I'm one of those people who had a heavy, heavy Saturn placement. And so I'm waiting on mine right now. So come on. Come on. That day is ticking. That day is coming where you're going to come back and see, hey, you did that shit. I'm like, thank you. Where's my money? Give me my cash. Give me my wealth. You know what I'm saying? Bring me some women. But 17 does break down into 8. But 17 and 8 deals more with the darker aspects of 8. The too deep in your own head. Thinking too much, not acting enough.
It's an 11th day, Daryl, actually. So just put that on the other stuff I told y'all. I pray us all some bomb shit just go down in like the next 11 minutes. Like, real shit.
If somebody pay for my next initiation in the next 11 minutes, please. I got a lot of them.
So my truck, I don't want a new truck. I want my truck back. So y'all just get the cash app or whatever. Don't prayer me. Don't prayer me. Nothing will be. So let's talk about prayer real quick. So you had to think about prayer because begging And I don't mind the word pray or pray or whatever. What I don't like is in everybody praying for me, because you never know what another person wants for you. So don't pray for me. Wish me well in everything that brings blessings to my life, and shut the fuck up. Done. Because that's all I'm going to wish for you. Because if you might wish somebody something, you might wish somebody that they had a better job because you think they should get paid more. But what if they just had a stroke that you don't know about, and that stress was killing them, so they had to get a lower position in life, and here you go wish them back to some shit that put their health at risk. So I just be real careful or cautious about that. That's why if y'all hear me say stuff about I wish you something, like you never hear me pray you hold it da 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 da. No. When you do a live about numerology, I know you about to log off soon. I'm actually gonna be on for another hour, and I'm not gonna do. I have a live about numerology somewhere, probably on my YouTube or Facebook pages. I'm not sure. 2020 is the shit, and I'm very sad that this global warming shit is hitting the way that I said it was, but that's okay. So listen, we're gonna take. If anybody gonna go potty, go potty. And we're gonna take a 30 to 60-second break so I can stop this live, save this live, and then come back. All right, y'all ready for round 2? This the afternoon service, okay? Then y'all can cut up. Y'all gonna get some, other dumb shit, okay? Off.
Stop.
I think I deleted that live. I think I deleted that live, y'all. So y'all better make this live make sense. And y'all better remember everything that was happening on the other live, because I think it happened. I think I deleted the other live by accident, by Mercadent. Ooh, John. I just made up a new word. Mercadent. You heard me? I just made up a new word.
Word?
Mercadent.
What that mean?
When Mercury retrograde, you make an accident. Mercadent.
A Mercury?
Boom!
That's a t-shirt.
Mercadent. Listen, on everything, on my great-grandma, okay? If anybody take Mercadent and say they made it up, I hope Ochosi send a spear through your tongue, because that's fucked up, because y'all heard it here first. I said it first. So let's talk about Ochosi real quick, because some people don't know this, and it's very important. Because John was saying how dope Ochosi is as a protector. Didn't you say that? And you said
I did.
how a great fighter he is and all that other stuff.
Great warrior, yes.
Great warrior, yes. I said fighter. I was keeping it gangster, or I just forgot the word warrior. However you want to put it, that's what happened. But so one of the most common stories about Ochosi is him accidentally killing his mom. It probably wasn't Mercadent. Oh, and Merc mean kill. It was a Mercadent.
Only you. Only you. Only you.
Yo, that's like in Bella Ba, because you were talking about how you're in Yoruba, one word can be the same thing.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
a Mercadent could be an accident to a Mercury retrograde, or if you accidentally kill somebody, it's a Mercadent. Yo, Judge is done. We can't stop that.
You a battle rapper now?
Wait, don't let my son come in here. Bars. You play too much. Hold up, you Biggie Smalls looking like a motherfucker with that Gucci sweater on. I know you ain't trying to play with me. No, goddamn. If I think I'm a friend from them. You yeah.
But the difference is I actually rap.
Woo! Oh, God. No, bro. Ooh. Oh, God.
Messed up, yo.
Ooh. And you gave me my daily bang.
That's messed up. Messed up. That's foul.
Ooh.
I thought I was an esteemed guest.
Oh, God. Philly, we're going to add that to our list of, listen, we got Jon, we got Bull, we got Say No More, and we got Mercadent. Woo!
For love in the city. Don't try to see me in the cage. I might see me in the race. Who on your street? Me. All right, I'm done. No more. Carry on, John.
You were making a point about Ochosi and then got all the way off. Mercury took over the whole live.